The vast Arizona desert holds many secrets. Not all of them are meant to stay hidden.
It was very hot, dusty. You could smell the odor in the air. Just a rotten, putrid smell.
October 2004, Phoenix detective David Barnes is called to investigate the contents of a mysterious container.
I remember looking down into the tub and just seeing just a torso and seeing the white flesh of a stomach area of a portion of a man.
The dead man has a story that Detective Barnes will never get over.
How could she do that to the father of her son?
Somewhere. There he is. It's the Cowboys.
At age 44, Jay Orban thinks he has it all.
Gotcha.
His business is booming. He has a beautiful son, Noah,
Okay, come on.
and a glamorous wife, Marjorie.
That's right. Okay, you just.
Jay Orban absolutely adored Marjorie. He had a ring designed for her with a large diamond in it. He had bought her a new car. He certainly wanted to ensure that she was living the lifestyle that she wanted.
Oh, God. Oh, honey.
From the outside, Marjorie seems like a devoted housewife.
She cooked, she baked, she cleaned the house, she did home improvement projects, she cared for her son.
As journalist Shanna Hogan investigates Marjorie Orban's story, she finds a surprising past.
She grew up with ambitions of becoming a professional dancer, and along the way, her life took an X-rated detour, and she found herself stripping.
Marjorie loves having an audience of male admirers.
One of the things she cared most about was being physically desired by lots of men.
Manipulating men is her real skill in life.
She comes across as an attractive lady, very charming, very nice, very sweet, but very manipulative.
She was very good at using others to get what she wanted.
But Marjorie is getting older, and something in her life is missing.
She was able to convince people to give her things, but the one thing that she could never have was a baby.
Then, one night in Vegas, a man from her past appears. Ex-boyfriend Jay Orban has been obsessed with Marjorie for 10 years.
Jay was a businessman. He was a wealthy entrepreneur. And every city he traveled to, he looked for Marjorie.
Desperate for her love, Jay makes Marjorie an offer she won't refuse. Marriage and the baby she wants so badly. But with Marjorie Orban, nothing comes for free.
She made him a bargain. If she would come to Arizona and live with them for 2 years, and if after those 2 years she wasn't pregnant, then she would leave him.
For Jay Orban, it will become a pact with the devil. Years later, Marjorie has the child she wanted, while Noah is the apple of his father's eye.
My birthday boy.
Mom controls his every move.
Marjorie had to have complete control over her son, from what he did to what he looked like. And from an early age, she was actually bleaching his hair blonde to match hers.
You had a great day, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't like him to have any resemblance to his father.
Marjorie has gotten all she ever wanted from her husband. She doesn't need him anymore.
Marjorie was always talking down about Jay. What a bad person he was, what a horrible lover he was, you know, how disgusting he was.
But to discard him through divorce will leave her broke.
I believe Marjorie was to get about $700 or $750 a month for child custody. That's it.
We estimated that his entire estate was about $1.5 million.
To his beloved wife, Jay Orban is worth more dead than alive.
On September 8th, 2004, Jay Orban came home early from a business trip. It was his 45th birthday, but he never made it inside the house.
Marjorie Orban's husband, Jay, is missing. Instead of grieving, she's having the time of her life.
She immediately started to drain the bank accounts. And she bought a $12,000 piano immediately. She had the house repainted. She bought new patio furniture, new water fixtures for the yard. She was maxing out the credit cards. And also, she was hoarding cash.
That's not all. Within weeks, Marjorie moves on to a new man, Larry Weisberg.
They were living like a family. Like, they had dinners together, they watched movies. She even convinced her son to call him Dad. She believed that she was going to seamlessly take her husband out of the picture and put this new man in her life.
Airbrushing one husband away for another is nothing new for Marjorie.
Marjorie was married 7 times before the age of 34. She lived her entire life perpetually in the honeymoon period of every relationship. She was in these very brief relationships that lasted about 2 years, and when she became bored or dissatisfied, she moved on to her next lover.
Former FBI profiler Candice DeLong has seen this pattern in female fortune hunters before.
Number one, they're above average intelligence, and I do believe Marjorie is of above average intelligence. And number two, there's a certain amount of arrogance about them. They actually believe they can kill their spouse and get away with it.
The night Jay came home, I don't believe he suspected anything was wrong or anything was going to happen to him.
Hello, Marjorie? Honey, what's going on?
Jay was taken by surprise and he was killed instantly.
Now Marjorie's plan turns macabre. She freezes Jay's body and reaches for her toolbox.
She actually was a woman who was very well versed with tools. Her neighbors would say that when they heard a saw going, they would joke, "Oh, there's Marjorie again with her saws."
When one is using a jigsaw to dismember a frozen body, there will be no smell, and there will be no or very little blood. When one is cutting frozen tissue, it's like going through wood.
To me, this shows an utter disregard, total contempt for the man that he once was. He meant nothing to her. His remains meant nothing to her.
With Jay on ice and the evidence cleaned up, Marjorie has almost committed the perfect murder. But greed is her undoing. She discovers that with no body, there's no insurance payout for another 7 years. Marjorie Orban can't wait that long.
She did what she needed to do. She took part of the remains and she dumped them out there where she knew people were walking through. It was obviously intentional.
Marjorie needs police to find Jay's body. But to a forensic pathologist like Janis Amatuzio, a dead body holds many clues.
The art of identifying tool marks on bone is quite sophisticated. The particular striations or marks on the bone can be compared to a class or a type of pattern of saw blade.
Blades found in Jay Orban's workshop match the marks on his bones. The next piece of evidence helps clinch the case. Marjorie is caught on security camera, buying the same storage containers that Jay's body is found in. Marjorie Orban is found guilty and sentenced to life without parole.
She will spend every day for the rest of her life behind bars. She will be there until her hair turns gray and time has erased all trace of beauty from her face. I think that's the only loss I think Marjorie is actually sad about.
Death can occur in the most ordinary of places. In 1997, a husband's life ended here. His blood flowed down the gutter into the street.
He was just a good guy. He didn't deserve this kind of treatment from anyone. I still find it appalling to think about.
The first shot caused a tremendous amount of pain and panic. He managed to get out of the car. What was going on in his mind? I've got to run away. He may not even have suspected that the shooter was following him. He places the gun square against the back of the skull and pulls the trigger. This would have been the coup de grace.
What is it exactly that you do?
I'm a software engineer.
Software engineer. Oh. Who's having the salad?
I am.
It's a nervous first date for computer programmer Bruce Cleland.
And the lobster marinade for you. Thank you. Oh, wow.
It looks good.
It sure does.
Okay.
This is a meal.
I think some people would call him maybe just a nerdy computer geek.
Yeah. I'm a software engineer.
Right, yeah.
I'm working.
He didn't have much in the way of personal contact with women. Didn't date when he was in high school and even in college. So he had almost no contact with women before he met Rebecca.
Really, it's a tight process. Oh, God. Oh. I'm sorry, did I wet you? No.
Bruce's date, Rebecca Salcedo, is his polar opposite.
Bruce is a timid, shy man, but Rebecca was fun, sexy, outrageous, generous, exciting, a terrific person to know. She just attracted men like magnets.
Rebecca finds Bruce just as attractive, for a very different reason.
Anyway.
Bruce is the kind of men women like Rebecca look for. He didn't stand a chance.
Bertha Awana used to be Rebecca Salcedo's best friend. She remembers the night she discovered exactly why Rebecca was interested in Bruce.
Thank you. Cheers, girlfriend.
She wanted me to meet the man that she was going to marry. I said, well, where is he? And she's like, oh, no, he's not here. I just want you to meet him through this. So she handed over a paper. And I said, what is this? And she says, this is his credit report. Look at it. And I saw like he had all these high credit limits and all these credit cards.
Oh my God. His wallet is packed with credit cards.
And I just laughed because she was silly that way. So I just took it like, okay, whatever. You know, it's another one of her silly games.
Trading love for money is a game Rebecca's been playing since she was a teenager.
When she was 15, she married a man so she can get him his green card. He was going to pay a lump sum of money. And I was not comfortable with that at all. I just thought it was the wrong thing to do. And that's when I began to see that she was very interested in money.
Coming from a poor family of Mexican immigrants, Rebecca has a dream. A dream of being rich. And she'll use her best assets to get there.
She would like to wear very low-cut dresses and expose herself whenever she had the opportunity. And she used that to her own advantage in her relationships with men.
When she went to a bar, I don't think she ever bought a drink in her life. She would go to a bar and she would always, all night long, have somebody buying the drinks for her.
Rebecca's latest catch will be picking up a lot more than the bar tab. Her plan is to take him for everything he's got.
Marry me.
And Bruce just walked right into her trap.
I love it.
And he fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
But this whirlwind romance won't have a fairy tale ending.
It just shocked me that she would be capable of such a horrible thing.
You need a top-up, girlfriend.
A bachelorette party for Rebecca Salcedo.
She was very outgoing. She had a kind of a bubbly personality. People liked her. She was always the life of the party.
Despite being engaged, Rebecca likes her lovers tall, dark, and often.
She had numerous affairs with various men, including her own cousin, Alvaro, who was a male stripper.
The only man Rebecca's not sleeping with is her husband-to-be.
Rebecca had told Bruce that she didn't date much, that she had only been with one man, and that she could not have any relationships with a man until she was married.
I'm not like that. I'm a good girl.
I remember laughing about it, because she would tell me and I would laugh like, you gotta be kidding.
Truth of the matter was, Rebecca wasn't attracted to Bruce and didn't want to sleep with him, ever.
Crime writer Don Lasseter says Rebecca wasn't in love with Bruce. She was in love with his money.
He began buying her gifts. He bought her a spa for her backyard. He bought a boat with a trailer. Eventually, he even bought her a new SUV, and finally, a beautiful, expensive hilltop home in Whittier, California.
He also paid for her breast augmentation, nose job. She also had her lips done. Rebecca could just get you to do anything. She knew how to charm you.
Rebecca's teenage dreams of riches are coming true. Just weeks after her marriage to Bruce, she takes the final step in her plan.
Bye.
Kicking him out and filing for divorce.
Rebecca wanted a divorce so she could take half of everything Bruce owned.
You said I was going to get half of everything.
But she found out she would earn nothing from that.
And how much is that?
She was only going to get half of anything that was earned during that period of time that they were actually living together, which is maybe about 2 months.
$5,000? Are you kidding me? What am I paying you for? Ah.
Prosecutor Ron Bowers believes this is where Rebecca's scheme went from devious to diabolical.
Rebecca, who had had her sights on having a beautiful home, having the new car, having all of the furniture, she was going to lose that all. She was not going to get that in a divorce settlement.
Rebecca refuses to give up on her dream and embarks on a deadly plan B.
In killing Bruce, she would get the life insurance as well as she would get his estate.
It is pitched as a night of reconciliation.
Poor Bruce thinks that she cares and wants to get back together, put the marriage back together.
Listen, we're going to be there just after 1 o'clock. Don't be late.
The entire time,
And make sure
she's
you wait until I
making
take
cell
my
phone
car
calls
before you come.
behind his back.
Okay, I gotta go. He's coming.
And of course, in Bruce's mind, I think, well, maybe we're going to patch things up.
Hi, sweetheart.
Maybe things are going to work out.
After a romantic dinner where Bruce is plied with alcohol. Rebecca pulls off the freeway.
She claims that she suddenly notices that there's a red light on the dashboard telling her the back hatch of the SUV is open. Oh, honey, I'll just stop and get out and shut it. And suddenly a man lunges out of the brush and begins shooting at Bruce.
The first shot shatters Bruce's jaw.
The killer follows and continues shooting. The gunman steps up and delivers a deadly shot to the back of Bruce's head. And then runs away. Rebecca is lying behind the SUV as if she had been attacked as well. Her shoes were off in perfect alignment as if they'd been placed in a closet. Police arrived quite quickly, and as soon as they arrived, she got up and said, oh, the carjackers hit me on the head.
What did this to you?
The police examined her head. No injuries at all. She shows no concern for her poor husband lying across the street with blood flowing down the gutter.
Of much greater concern to Rebecca,
They stole my wedding ring.
She claimed, oh my, they stole my beautiful ring, they took my ring.
her prized possession appears to be gone.
I think Rebecca actually thought she was going to pull this off, that she could plan his murder and get away with it. Everything she did was in furtherance of her own greed.
Rebecca's greed will also be her downfall. Wedding photographer Beth Lamb visits Rebecca just days after Bruce's death.
She talked as if she couldn't live without her husband, you know, the love of her life, and she didn't know how she was going to go on.
But Rebecca's sob story is unraveling.
I noticed that she had that huge engagement ring on. And then when I discovered that she was claiming it was stolen, I knew it wasn't. I saw it on her hand. So I was able to let the police know. They were able to get a search warrant and they found it.
Police also find forged life insurance policies. Rebecca stood to gain $1 million from her husband's death. She was also entitled to his entire estate.
Pure evil to marry someone and kill them for their money. You know, that someone could really be that calculating and evil.
Cell phone records reveal the identity of the assassins. Rebecca's cousin Jose and his brother, the stripper, Alvaro.
She really manipulated the two of them to do the dirty work that she wasn't capable of doing herself.
Sentenced to life in prison, Rebecca's dreams of riches lie shattered. Her lifelong friendships destroyed.
I never thought I would personally know someone that would be able to commit such a heinous crime. It still haunts me. Sometimes I dream about her and I just want to forget about her. It's just something that I want to erase out of my life.
A few years ago, I had to get a post office box because a lot of our mail...
Russell Stager is a man afraid.
...seemed to be disappearing when she got home first.
Afraid of his own wife.
Now, here's my question. Why every time I turn around is she running off to the post office box?
The high school football coach puts his fears on tape, just in case. But what kind of monster has her husband running scared? Durham, North Carolina, 1988.
Barbara Was kind of like the pillar of the community. She was church-going, Sunday school teacher.
To the outside world, Barbara Steger seems a fine, upstanding woman.
She was very active in her church. She was the first one to show up with a casserole or a cake when someone was ill or if there was a death.
Jo Lynn Snow knew the couple, especially Russell. She was his first wife, and they stayed close.
Russ was so full of life, and he loved kids. He loved coaching. That was his real calling in life, was reaching the kids.
Russell's hasty remarriage comes as a shock.
We were divorced on one day, and he married Barbara the next day. So I was a little surprised that he moved that quickly. But he seemed very happy, and I really hoped it would work out for him.
I'm all right.
Barbara Steger is not who she seems.
Darling, where are we going to get the money for all this?
When you're dealing with public, you never know. They present themselves one way, but they're actually another.
She's a woman with dark secrets. One is her addiction to money.
Barbara's sense of self-worth was very much tied to spending money. Unfortunately, she didn't have that money to spend to make her feel good.
Got a brand new bag. Oh, come on, calm down.
Come on, Barbara.
Russ.
Russell can't control his wife's spending.
She was obtaining loans, and she was lying on the loans. She was forging Russ's signature, and then she was getting one loan to pay off another loan. Then she'd get a loan to pay off that loan, and so on down the road.
Lying and stealing aren't Barbara's only sins. In Russell's fearful tape recording, he describes another vice.
When I was coming back through the parking lot, I saw our other car sitting there in the parking lot just alone by itself. I could see two people in the car. Kind of thought that it was my wife, but I couldn't really see that much, so I got closer to it, and sure enough, she was in the car making out with some guy.
Yeah, what's going on? Who is this guy? What are you doing?
He had found her with another man on the day that her grandmother was to be buried. He was just devastated.
When she turned it around on me, she said it was because I wasn't giving her enough affection.
Barbara loved men. She was having affairs when she was married to Russ.
It was just a parade of men.
Barbara is addicted to sex.
What does appear to be there is a very, very strong, powerful disorder, anxiety disorder, that was only quelled by momentary sexual encounters, orgasm, and spending money.
Barbara has broken 3 commandments, and Russell Steger thinks there might be a 4th: murder.
She had a former husband who died, and he was starting to really wonder about the circumstances of that husband's death.
Larry Ford was accidentally shot dead in his own bed. Barbara was the only witness.
As he turned to leave, he said, "If anything should ever happen to me, will you promise me that you'll look into it?" And I promised him that I would.
It's a promise she'll soon have to keep. Russell Steger's wife, Barbara, is out of control. She has lied to him, stolen from him, and cheated on him.
He was really questioning who this person was. Who was he married to?
Now Russell is finally unraveling her web of lies. And he's desperate to record his fears.
A few years ago, I had to get a post office box because a lot of our mail that was coming to our house, bills and stuff, seemed to be disappearing when she got home first.
He told me that he would find her sometimes in the middle of the night taking the key off of the keychain.
Why every time I turn around is she running off to the post office box unless there's something inside that she wants to hide?
He knew then that she was pilfering through the post office box, so even that wasn't safe.
Barbara is starting to feel the heat.
She was about to be exposed for stealing and spending excessively once again, and she didn't want him to find out.
But how far will she go to keep a secret? Just before dawn on a winter's morning, Barbara is woken by a mysterious noise.
When first officers arrived on the scene, Barbara told them that she had removed a handgun from under Russ's pillar.
What's happened here, ma'am?
And that while she was removing it, it accidentally discharged.
And it just went off. It was just accidental. And I've said to him...
The problem is, it's an accident she's had before.
And then so I got Russell's gun. Well, you know, he keeps it under the pillow, and I just dragged it.
With her first husband, Larry Ford.
And, you know, went off.
When we learned about Larry Ford's death, that sent off a lot of signals, particularly when we learned that he was killed under similar circumstances. Same kind of weapon, at his house, happened in the middle of the night, just like Russ. So that raised all kinds of flags.
It was just accidental.
Something about Russell's shooting just doesn't add up.
In the house, because, you know, they're really dangerous and everything.
Russ was an expert in firearms. He was in the National Guard.
You know, sometimes they just go off.
He was an excellent marksman. He was a safety fanatic. I knew that he would have never, ever slept with a gun under his pillow.
The police are also skeptical.
The gun, it had two safeties on it. It has a real small trigger guard. It was not a hair trigger. In order to fire that weapon, you have to intentionally insert your finger in the trigger guard and pull the trigger. I don't think there's any way you could accidentally discharge it.
The chances of a woman losing her husband in her own home to an accidental gunshot wound is extremely remote. That it would happen twice to the same woman is mathematically probably impossible.
Barbara's story is falling to pieces. She's now the prime suspect in a murder. And the evidence is tied together by a voice from beyond the grave.
This is Russell Steger. This is January 29th, 1988, and it's 10 of 2.
That tape was made on a Friday afternoon. He was shot and killed the following Monday morning. But to know that he went into that weekend, his last weekend alive, so afraid for his life, it was overwhelming to hear that.
When I was coming back through the parking lot, I saw our other car.
I don't think she thought she was going to get caught. Why would she? She got away with it once before.
Barbara Steger claims innocence. A jury finds otherwise. Convicted of murder, she's sentenced to life in prison.
I think we've saved a third man, because I think she would have married again, and she would have reverted back to the same thing, because Barbara is a greedy person. She's all about the dollar.
When the trial ended, I spent a day and I went to all of the places where we had lived. And at that point, I said my goodbye to Russ. I still carry him with me. Sometimes I try to enjoy things 2 times, once for me and once for him.
In the dead of night, a terrified wife makes a desperate plea for help.
Someone is breaking into my house and he's fighting with my husband. You can't go up there. It's my kids.
This one fatal night, a thief becomes a killer.
Blood all over the place.
A family is destroyed.
An intruder had broken in the house and shot her husband.
And a woman's deadly secret is exposed. In Alexandria, Kentucky, local beauty Amy Bosley is living the high life. After years of searching, she's finally found her Mr. Right.
Someone who could come into her life, give her what she wanted, and she didn't have to give much back.
Oh, you're so proud of you.
Amy Bosley married her husband for money. Everything he touched turned to gold.
Bob Bosley runs a lucrative roofing business, and he's a pillar of the community.
He would often donate his services to churches to install steeples.
As a hard-working Christian man, Bob is proud that he provides everything his family could want.
Ready? Smile.
Am I blocking you?
But he's gravely underestimating what it will take to satisfy his wife.
Big house, big cars, money in the bank. And she really didn't have to work if she didn't want to, but that's not enough. That is not enough for her. She wants it all.
Bob Bosley is completely unaware of the insatiable greed driving his wife. No matter how much he provides, Amy will always want more.
That's narcissism. They believe they deserve more than what they've been given in life, and they're gonna take it.
Hey, honey. Hey. How'd you like to push our management skills to use?
You want me to do your tax?
You know I'm no good at this stuff. You know, the longer I spend up the ladder, the more money we'll make.
When Bob innocently asks Amy to manage the company accounts, she sees an opportunity.
He trusted her completely, and she completely took advantage of him.
Amy begins to see all this money that the business has to pay, by law, the IRS.
Amy hatches a plan to deceive her husband.
Write a check to the IRS, put it in the books. Bob would see it in the books, but she would never send the check to the IRS. Instead, she would withdraw that money herself and put it somewhere.
Amy was having an affair with Bob's money.
And it's a passionate affair. Within a few months, Amy steals over $100,000.
It took on a nature of its own, and it became a monster.
But Amy isn't just stealing from her husband. By committing tax fraud, she's also robbing the US government. And they're not so easy to fool.
The IRS started to look into this, thinking Mr. Bosley wasn't paying his taxes. They started sending out letters. What they didn't know was the letters weren't going to Robert Bosley. They were going to a secret P.O. box that Amy had set up to receive those letters.
Business is booming for Bob. He believes the family finances are secure.
While Bob was climbing the business ladder, Amy was climbing into his business accounts.
Amy is bleeding her family dry. She's now stolen over $1 million. But with no tax payments and no contact from Bob Bosley, the IRS believes he is committing the crime.
Glass of water? Nope, fine, thanks. Okay,
And one day, they finally pay a visit.
I'll just get right to the point. Sure. I'm investigating your husband, Bob Bosley, for tax evasion. I can't believe this. If it's not cleared up, he could face a jail term. Oh my God.
But even with the threat of prison, Amy keeps stealing.
No one's gonna find out. I'm gonna take this money, I'm gonna hide it. Why? Because I deserve it. I deserve this.
But there are two things you can't avoid in life: death and taxes.
Oh, yes. Yeah, hello. Has my husband contacted you?
No, I'm afraid he hasn't.
Oh, really? I can't believe it.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to take this matter to the police.
No, that's not necessary. My husband is here right now. I'm just going to get him for you.
She's smarter than the police. They're never gonna figure her out. That's what she's thinking in her mind.
Hello, Bob Bosley speaking. How may I help you?
She sounded like Kermit the Frog.
Posing as her husband, Amy agrees to a meeting the following day.
If Bob sat down with those IRS agents, he was going to become aware for the first time that almost $2 million in taxes had not been paid by Amy. That his wife, the mother of his children, was a thief.
But there's no way Amy's going to let that meeting happen. Bosley is a thief and a liar. She's defrauding the government and deceiving her unsuspecting husband. Now, she's about to become a murderer.
This was a man she once loved.
This was a war between these two that she won. Amy completes the job by firing 6 shots into the man she married. Two kids are obviously awake in the next room, scared, hugging their pillows, shaking. Now she's got to cover her tracks.
What's your emergency? Someone is breaking into my house and he's fighting with my husband. I don't know what to do. No! You can't go up there! It's my kids!
Police are on the way. She needs to act fast.
She goes downstairs. She breaks the window from the outside. She also opens drawers and cabinets in the kitchen and kind of throws things around.
Amy tries to make it look like an intruder has ransacked the house.
She caused a panic in the community by saying an intruder had broken in the house and shot her husband.
Reporter Jim Hanna was one of the first on the scene. Like the detectives, he wasn't convinced by Amy Bosley's performance.
I saw him standing by the bed. I tried to stop him. I tried to grab the gun and look, I can see the hands where he scratched me.
Her story didn't add up from the beginning. There were no footprints from the home. No one saw anyone suspicious in the area, despite a massive search.
Inside the house, things are looking very suspicious.
It looked like a made-for-TV crime scene. The cabinets under the sink are open. There's nothing under a sink that is of any value to a thief. As cops begin to scour through the house, they find 2 bullet casings near Bob's body. They find more shell casings. Where? In the washing machine. Now, why would a thief leave shell casings in a washing machine?
In the following days, investigators get a call from the IRS and learn about the $1.7 million Bob Bosley owes in unpaid taxes.
So this now paints an entire other picture for the police. Motive. 1.7 million motives for Amy Bosley to shoot her husband.
The case is mounting against Amy, but there's still not enough evidence to convict her of murder.
I think the most shocking element of the crime was that this woman shot her husband with the children sleeping in the room next door.
Now, I'm going to have to ask you a few questions, okay?
Amy thinks she planned the perfect crime.
So tell me everything that happened.
She had spiked the kids' drink so they would sleep through this, but I don't know anyone who could sleep through a 9mm gun being fired multiple times. and the children didn't.
And I heard this loud bang.
What the children heard that night would bring the whole charade crashing down.
Then I heard glass smashing, things being thrown around.
You heard glass smashing after the shots?
Yes.
They were absolutely sure that they heard the window breaking downstairs after they heard the gunshots.
Faced with this new evidence against her, Amy finally pleads guilty.
Amy Bosley married her husband for money. And she killed him for the same reason.
Amy is sentenced to 20 years, but she takes a secret with her. She refuses to reveal where the money is.
If we just look ahead, maybe, we can see her in the middle of the night some night with a flashlight and a shovel all by herself, looking around, digging in that hole, coming up with that shoebox full of money, and just laughing all the way to the bank.
Amy Bosley will be eligible for parole in 2020. Until then, her secret treasure lies waiting. Jill Coit is staking out a kill.
It wasn't an easy death, and it was a very messy crime scene. It had to be horrific for him.
In the tight-knit ski town of Steamboat Springs, Jerry Boggs runs the local hardware store.
Jerry Boggs was a well-established gentleman in the community. Family had been here for a long time, and he had a certain amount of wealth.
Single mother Jill Coit is new to town.
Jill was the kind of person that fit in very well. She was very outgoing, a very friendly persona.
Jill and her sons are renovating a local bed and breakfast. She soon becomes a regular at Jerry's store.
I think when Jill came along, she showed an attraction to him, and that was exciting to him. And he fell head over heels in love with this woman.
Writer Stephen Singular has investigated Jill's past.
When she was young, she was quite attractive. A beautiful, peachy type of complexion, dark hair. She thought she had a little bit of Native American blood in her, and so that was a bit exotic.
The ex-model knows exactly how to grab a man's attention.
She would come on very strong with men. She dressed flamboyantly, she dressed provocatively, she talked a lot, so she made quite a stir whenever she showed up in the room.
Jerry Boggs is overwhelmed by Jill's Southern charm. Within months, the 50-year-old bachelor marries for the first time. But it's a shotgun wedding. Jill has told Jerry she's pregnant.
Honey, look at all the great things I got from the store.
Honey, what are you? He can't believe his good luck.
And he went out and bought all these books about, having children. He built this nursery. He was enormously looking forward to being a father. So this was a huge event for him.
But Jill Coit's pregnancy is a lie.
Her stomach didn't get any bigger, and They would go places, and he had friends, and the women would come up and say, gee, you sure aren't showing any signs of pregnancy.
Stop it, Maya! Have you seen a doctor, honey? There's nothing wrong with me. Hey, no.
How many times we gotta go through? I know.
Jerry's brother Doug is getting worried. Jill is growing very interested
Look at this.
in the finances of the family business.
Just a minute. That's my hardware store. Exactly.
Doug was disturbed enough by this, I believe, to ask a private detective to start to look into her background.
Look at this. These are divorce papers.
Doug hands Jerry an explosive file on Jill's past.
Jerry had found out that Jill was a massive, massive fraud.
Jill Coit has been married 11 times.
Here was a woman with about 10, 12, 14 aliases. Here was a woman with about the same number of marriages.
Where did you get this stuff? It's all.
Here was a woman who had probably been involved in a number of insurance scams and financial scams.
This one thinks she's untouchable.
She had really gotten away with a lot of criminal behavior.
This woman is dangerous.
Jill saw marriage as a means to an end, a way to get money from men.
And this fortune-hunting bigamist is still married to husband number 7. Shocked to his core, Jerry annuls their marriage. Jill doesn't take it well.
Jerry interfered with her financial plans, which I think is her motive for everything she does, is greed and money. And because Jerry was interfering with those plans, she had to eliminate him.
Okay, what?
It wasn't an easy death. It had to be horrific for him.
Jill Coit is an ex-model. A woman of many faces and many dangers. If you're a man.
Jill saw men as a target of opportunity. And I think she looked for men that had trouble with relationships or even having a relationship.
She was so brazen in her use of her sexuality to attract the attention of men and to manipulate them.
Jill Coit is a skilled fortune hunter.
It would take a very strong man and a man experienced in life, experience with women, to be able to spot what Jill was really all about. Most men couldn't.
Where did you get this stuff?
But her latest husband, Jerry Boggs, has discovered Jill's lies.
Just look at this. I'm telling you, this woman
Distraught, he cuts her out of his life.
Look through this.
Now Jill wants revenge on Jerry. To get it, she tangles a new man in her deadly web. Michael Backus.
She convinced him that Jerry Boggs was a bad person, and she convinced him that the only way to get rid of this bad person is to kill him.
Jill returns to the house she once shared with Jerry Boggs.
Okay, what?
There was an altercation. Stun gun was used. Jerry went down.
I want you to die! Hey!
He was struck violently. It split his face open from the top of his head down across his face.
Jerry stopped Jill's plans to get his money. Now she will have the final word.
Jill shot him in the back with the .22 caliber pistol.
This man didn't go easy. Jerry Boggs died a very painful death. The man didn't have to be tortured the way he was tortured.
Let's go! Let's go!
Murder's a very drastic measure, but Jill was a very grandiose person. Jill did what Jill wanted to do and thought she could pull anything off.
As local detectives investigate this shocking murder, they discover more of Jill's secrets.
She had been married to men almost all over the United States, and they kept dying.
What are you doing here?
Back in Houston, William Coit was husband number 3.
Well, come on in and make it quick. Seems a little ridiculous to me. I don't understand why you would even consider coming.
William Coit was shot very similarly in the manner of Jerry Boggs. He was shot 3 times in the back with a small caliber handgun and found at the back door of his house.
While Jill is the prime suspect, William Coit's murder is never solved. The death of Jerry Boggs won't fade so quietly.
Let's go! Let's go!
After the murder, Jill makes a fateful phone call.
Jill Coit called her son Seth at the bed and breakfast, and she made a statement.
My baby, it's over, and it's messy.
This time, his mother has gone too far.
When he learned that Jerry Boggs was dead, was absolutely terrified. The last thing he wanted to do was to be involved in this.
Her son's testimony helps close the case against Jill Coit. Found guilty of first-degree murder. She's currently serving life without parole.
I don't believe Jill Coit to this day will even admit that she did this murder. She's a woman without a conscience, and I don't think she's lost a night's sleep over it.
Whatever was in her that keeps the rest of us civilized was not there.
She is a cold-blooded killer. And if we didn't catch her, rest assured she would have killed again. I'd say she's a bad girl.